Hey guys, Don here. Welcome to the $1 Million Minute from Podiatry Practice Mastery. I'm back after a few days of vacation. I feel like I haven't had this many days off in a long time. It was nice. I had about 5 days off for the holiday, and we're back. It was Monday, and we're here half day Tuesday, and then the New Year's. So it's been nice to be off. Some people ask, like, what do you do, Don? Do you read on your days off? There was a concept I learned a long time called free days, focus days, and buffer days. And I learned this from Dan Sullivan. And so when I'm at work, it's my focus days where I'm kind of producing revenue. And I try to do everything during that time so that when I'm on my free days, which are like time without work, I don't have to do anything. So I tend not to do any business reading, business listening. I just totally decompress and don't do anything. It's really helped me, especially in my marriage, because in the beginning we were listening to all these business books on the weekends because I actually thought my wife liked to listen to business books. But I realized she was just like me and not so much the business. So I do not do anything on the weekend whatsoever. I was actually recovering. I don't know if I told you guys this, but about 4 weeks ago or so, I kind of came down with mono for the third time. And my joke is, and I know the first time why I got it when I was 17. It's probably kissing too many people. I got one when my daughter was born because I just wasn't sleeping. And then lately, it's just been really, really busy, so I don't sleep that much. And everyone asks how I get all this stuff done. It's probably because on the days I work, I don't sleep that much. Or the days I do work, I don't sleep that much. So I'm trying to catch up on some sleep. But let's go into the day. This was my first day back, so it was crazy call weekend. I don't really complain about call that much, but all the docs did surgery on the Friday before the holiday, and then I got all these phone calls, and so I was dealing with these. We have kind of a neat system where it goes to our cell phones, so it kind of rotates. We do our call every Friday. We switch it to a doctor, and some of the doctors take office. All the doctors take office call. We do it 1 week at a time. And then some of them take hospital call as well. I chose not to do that. I think you could bring in more business, I think, if you do hospital call, but it's just something that I didn't really want to do and I haven't ever done. But so that's kind of the reality. That's why maybe I have a little bit more time because I don't do that. So today, patient came in. This was a 79-year-old gentleman for right heel pain. He did EPAT number 2. He's starting to feel a little bit better, and we're going to do one more of those sessions. I was trying to think about how to switch from 3 to 6 sessions, as I've talked about this before. What I'm thinking about doing is doing the first 3, and then maybe just adding on the other 3 later. That's another way than just scheduling all 6, because I just feel it's a challenge to schedule all 6. I did see another 43-year-old female. She came in after 6 sessions of EPAT. For her Achilles. So she has insertional Achilles tendinitis. She's 75% better. I explained, and she's doing a lot of things. I did explain the difference between the foam roller and the alleviate. That's a new massage tool that we're doing. And she chose to purchase the massage tool. So the massage tool is about twice the cost of a foam roller. So let's say the foam roller is $35. The massage tool is about $70. So that's one thing that we're starting to offer. I'm kind of learning how to explain it to patients. My staff, we have one in our between the treatment rooms. So we have 6 treatment rooms, and in between there's an area that we can show them how to foam roll, do this alleviate massage, almost like a Graston tool. And so that's where we do it in the central area. The patients come out, they sit on the floor, we show them how to do the foam rolling and the night split and stuff like that. So she got one of those things, and I'm going to see her back as needed. Another new patient came in. She had a nail issue. She had an eschar at the tip of the nail. She tried to do her own ingrown toenail. It didn't have pulses. They were only Dopplerable, but I was concerned about circulation, not so much of an ingrown toenail. So I did send her for a vascular referral, but I did do an IND on the nail just because it looked like it was ingrown a little bit. Very minimal IND, so just numbed it just to take away the area that was dug in. But I'm more concerned about circulation for this one. Another patient came in, 23-year-old. He's a paramedic, and he had ingrown toenails on both edges, so I did INDs on both those. Actually, since they're not infected, I did partial nail avulsions, so I always make a distinction. If there's no redness or swelling, I call them partial nail avulsions. If they're red, I call them INDs. Another patient, 66-year-old female. She came in as a follow-up. She wanted a renewal on her gabapentin, and she was kind of recently was diagnosed and gaining a lot of weight. So I gave her a recommendation of a book I give for my diabetics. It's called The Diabetes Code. and if they're not diabetics and they're just kind of overweight and want to lose weight, it's called the Obesity Code. Those are two books that I recommend a lot to patients. I've read both of them. They talk about like intermittent fasting and low carb diets. So that was I gave her gabapentin, and I'll see her back probably in a year. So that's why it was a level 4, because of the medication management. Another patient came in for EPAT number 3. This gentleman feeling better. I'm going to see him in 6 weeks, and he got a level 3 visit because I go over like what they're going to do afterwards. I have this little last EPAT visit thingy that I print out for them. Another patient that came in for a cyst. This is a 53-year-old female, one of these IPJ mucoid cysts. I drained it, wrapped it. She came back. It was kind of smaller. It wasn't really, really big, so I didn't drain it again. I explained about we could drain it again if it happens, or we could fuse the toe. So I'm trying to avoid that, so we'll see how she does. Another patient came in. This is a little girl, 11-year-old, second Cantharidin treatment. She's responding really well to this just after 2, so I'm going to see her in 3 weeks. Another patient that nail sample follow-up. So this is a level 4 because I prescribed the Lamisil, and then they get my kit. Everyone should know what the kit is by now, but it's a UV light, shoe spray, and biotin. Another patient came in, 68-year-old female, orthotic follow-up, doing well. I'll see her back in 2 years. Some people talk about, you have to see them every year. I think there's different phases in practice. If you need the additional visits, I think you can see them back. The challenges for me is those are lower level visits, and I'm not really wanting to reduce the low level visits. That's why I'm pushing it out a little bit longer. Okay. Another patient came in, once again, had a positive nail sample. She had a Cariflex in the past. I did the fungal package for her with the Lamisil and all the other stuff. She'll be back in 3 months. Another patient came in for focus shockwave. They have some ankle pain on the x-ray. I'm concerned about an OCD, and I'm kind of doing a deep focus shockwave into the ankle for this patient. She's had this pain for years and years, so I'm going to try these shockwaves to see if it makes her feel better. Another patient came in for x-rays, bunion pain, talked about bunions, surgery, correct toes, anatomic shoes, and then they also had nail sample follow-up, so they got the Lamisil kit as well. The way I kind of say with the Lamisil kit, I say, well, all this stuff is going to cost about a little under $200, but it's a one-time thing. That's why everyone does all my kit, just so you know. I kind of explain what it is. I say it's about $200 one time, and they all get the kit. So if you're not doing that, that might be something good for your practice. Another patient came in for nail care and had some x-rays because of arthritis, and they're not going to come back. I told them they could go to a nail salon. Q10s are number 1 on a female 51-year-old with 50 years of type 1 diabetes with neuropathy. We'll see how that works for her. Another patient for EPAT number 3. See them back in 6 weeks with the office visit. Another patient, they had a 4th web space maceration with ulcer, so I debrided the ulcer, got x-rays, put a little piece of one of those little metal markers in there so I could show her where it was at. The bones were rubbing. Talked about lamb's wool, betadine, and the need for possible surgery if it doesn't get better, but I think the whole issue for her is shoes. Another patient came in to see how they're doing with some arthritis follow-up. I did a cortisone. I'm not going to see him back unless there's any other issues. Another patient came in for Achilles pain, got them a splint. Did Achilles number 1, which would be meloxicam, night splint, foam rolling, and morning stretch. And then I'll see them back in 3 weeks and possibly do shockwave at that time. And the last patient of the day was just a chronic ulcer patient that's been offloading with a felted foam. I don't do a lot of ulcer stuff, as you can tell. But this one, he's been seeing him for a long time. So the way I kind of explain alleviate, that's that new product that we're selling, I'm saying it's kind of better than foam rolling because foam rolling goes with the tissue and the alleviate goes against the tissue and it's going to penetrate in. I'm also using the Next Step, which is an app, and I did bill the first time for like a remote patient monitoring. It's something that we're testing in our office to see how it works. It is, I guess they say you can bill it, and so I'm thinking for plantar fasciitis, Achilles tendinitis, maybe 3 months. But if you get $60 three months in a row, might be a good thing. So I'm trying it out. Basically, I'm giving this paper for people with iPhones. It has a QR code. They can download it, and I can track if they're doing it, and if they do 16 times in a month, then I can bill it out. So I'm billing it out. I'll let you know how it works if I get reimbursed for it. So I had one patient that did it, that's been doing it, and I called her and actually asked her if she liked it, how she liked it. She did it like 30 times. So I think some people like that reminder. So as a reminder to foam roll, night splint, and things like that. So I guess what's been really working lately, and I would recommend for everyone if you haven't done this, the most common things that you see, like plantar fasciitis, Achilles tendinitis, and nail fungus, do visit 1 and visit 2. Kind of write those 2 things out, kind of what you do, what you can offer in your practice. And one thing I kind of struggle with, like I have certain things, and I don't have a good process of when I offer it. So if you guys can help me, like I have this nail like stuff, the topical things, I don't really think it works that well, so I don't offer it. So I don't have it in a protocol. So I don't sell the stuff. If anyone has a great way of like, when do you distinguish when you would do like an oral versus laser versus topical? I don't really find that the topical works all that well, but I'd love to know what other people do, and let me know. So like if you're like a king on doing this topical stuff, I just feel like they do it and it doesn't work, and it's just kind of a waste of their money. But if anyone has a different approach, I'd love to hear how you kind of explain it and how you don't get down by it really not working. I guess the other side behind it is like, okay, oral doesn't always work either, I guess, but I think oral has a little bit better of an option or a chance of working. Okay, if you have any thoughts on how you do nail fungus with topical, let me know so I can share it with everyone else. Email me down at podiatrypracticemastery.com, and I'll see you back probably after the new year, but I'll probably record the last one then, the next session. Okay, bye.